when the fit hits the shan, somebody's going to have to stay after school. Remember that at the end of Wag the Dog, and it was the CIA guy there. Well, you know, CIA, this is for you. Remember when I sent you that message the other day, and I said that that I was floating down the river and I'd taken some LSD, and I was talking to that duck that had the fucking Don King looking haircut. You know, there was a whole bunch of ducks, but there was just this one duck in particular that I liked, and he had a really cool haircut. And I was tripping balls, man. I'm floating down the river, you know, and I look over at these ducks, and me and this duck start talking to each other, and I named him Don King, right, because of his haircut. Well, and all the other ducks in the group were just looked real confused. It was just basically me and Don King that could communicate with each other while we were tripping balls, right? That's what I talk about, click-clack. Well, what's really interesting is directly after I sent that message to you, I sent that other message saying, hey, you know, let's blow up some substations or something. And of course, I wasn't going to do it. I'll leave that to the guys that's got the card to get out of that shit, get out of jail free cards. That's why I've been sending it to the CIA. But what I wanted to do was put the sequence of events in order here and kind of line out what might be going on here. I'll let you be the judge, you see. So I tell you the story about Don King, and then click-clack, and then, you know, Wag the Dog, and then you had, maybe I'm also a some sort of a communication channel for Donald Trump and the CIA. Maybe I am, maybe I ain't. But y'all got the message, you know, as soon as I sent it to you. Hell, that was pretty quick work. I mean, y'all lit up the New York sky. And I just thought that might be worth pointing out. Because, man, I sure am a freaking medium to a lot of people. I'm working with DOD over here and Putin, and I think I'm kind of in the middle of all of them. And then now, hell, who knows? Maybe I'm in the middle of President Trump and CIA, man. Why don't y'all just make me president? Instead of the head guinea pig in charge. I'm kind of tired of being that guy, to be honest with you. I didn't really need all these supplementation, which hasn't done anything but fuck my world up, by the way. And I really don't appreciate it. It's kind of illegal. Like a lot of illegal. I mean, it's 7 constitutional rights violated, and I didn't commit a crime. That's pretty fucking illegal, if you want to know the truth. So, yeah, it's just, thought I'd point that out, though, and maybe some of the stuff, if you didn't catch that, maybe you'll understand how we're all being controlled by computers. I know that's kind of a far-fetched thing, but just look at the timing on it, CIA. Look how fast all that shit happened, okay? Open your eyes up. Quick footnote, and I'll try to find the video, maybe on YouTube, where President Trump, he says this, I think he said it several times. Remember how he always says there's a whole lot of electricity in the air? Well, I mean, that's the ionized atmosphere, all right? That's what he's talking about. He can probably see this shit like I can. It's complicated. Anyways, he always says there's a whole lot of electricity in the air, and then that substation lit up the fucking New York sky. Just another little footnote to throw in there. I just noticed this shit. That's all I'm pointing out. I'm just pointing it out. I'm Warlock Holmes.
I don't know if you report it that way, but there's a great electricity in the air, like we haven't seen, in my opinion, since the 2016 election. So something's happening.
There's a great electricity in the air, like we haven't seen. Look at this. You might want to take a hand, take notice where that left hand just went. You know what I mean? CIA? Y'all know what I'm talking about, CIA? I bet you don't. I'm the best translator you got. Y'all are fucking around. You ain't coming to fucking hire me yet. Wrong with you. The same day. This is the same day. I live in Texas, okay? When I say I'm click-clacking with President Trump, CIA, and Don King, and, you know, that whole story. Watch what happened in South Texas the same day that the electricity lit the sky up in New York, where President Trump's from. I mean, we're basically like 2 big Tesla towers. We just
shoot electricity through the air between our noses. Our head's like a satellite dish, and our nose is like the little rod on the satellite dish, and we just communicate all the time. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, no, look.
Oh, and this is because of the ionized atmosphere, by the way. That's what's causing this. You know all that chemtrails y'all been dropping everywhere? Well, when you over-ionize the atmosphere, well, this is what happens. Might be a profit after all. Profit. And it just rained, so all of that seeded cloud, all that seeded cloud just came down. Really just ionized the atmosphere thick that night. So thick that everything just started arcing off of each other. You know, it's aluminum. That's what they say that comes out of them chemtrails. And I never really put much stock into chemtrails. Stuff kind of was like, maybe the government got a good reason for it. But when I found out that they were putting aluminum in it and we were all turning into one big Borg, well, yeah, now it makes sense. Aluminum's a conductor, and it's ionizing the atmosphere. And this shit's all arcing off of each other because you're basically shorting the hot wire off the neutral wire because the ionized atmosphere is so thick with aluminum that it shorts it all out. That's what's about to happen to the whole fucking country. Y'all need to wake up and listen to me. CIA, come hire me. About $500,000 a year. We'll call it.